What's up, guys? It's Sports Maniac 365 back again. Sorry, the last few days I haven't put out a video, but I've been busy. I had a test and a bunch of homework to do, so I didn't really have time and work. So yeah, there's been a lot that's happened though. Basketball mainly is what I want to focus on tonight, and then I'll get to a story on Robert Kraft. First thing I want to cover is the Rockets and Warriors game that happened a couple nights ago. It was a good game. James Harden wasn't even in, and the Warriors won. I mean, the biggest thing I took away from this game was that, once again, it shows the Warriors can get beat. I don't care who they have. Any team can get beat on any given night, and that includes the Warriors. I mean, I don't expect the Rockets to beat them because, it's really just James Harden. Nobody else can really play on that team. I mean, they're good, but they're not great, and they haven't played great this season. Yeah, James Harden dribbles a lot, but that's because nobody else produces most nights. Like that one, they had a blown lead the other night, and that was because James Harden had a bad fourth quarter and nobody else stepped up. I mean, I don't expect much different in the playoffs because they're going to focus mainly on James Harden. It's going to depend on other people. I don't trust Chris Paul in the playoffs either. His whole career, 10 plus years, never just stepped up. He either is injured or he just don't step up. And he was on some good Clippers teams. But no, like the Warriors, I don't expect them to lose. I expect them to bring a different intensity, but that game does show you. Without James Harden, they got beat by the Rockets. I could see them losing. Next story is the Lakers. They've lost 2 games in the last 2 nights. And LeBron's been trashing his teammates the last 2 nights. I don't like this. First off, as reporters have said, as people have pointed out, he don't play defense. He said that this ain't the place if you have distractions. He has the most distractions of anybody. Out of anybody, I mean, he has Space Jam, he has other things going on. He has a show, he has interviews. And for you to, once again, calling your teammates out, like I said with Kyrie, this ain't the place to be calling teammates out. You don't go to the media, you do it in the locker room. Second off, if you're going to be calling teammates out, make sure you bring 110% every night. I mean, Brandon Ingram stepping up, he had 30 points last night against Memphis. And also, since we're on the Lakers with LeBron, there's El Chapo that commented on my video saying the East wasn't weak because I called it weak in a video. I understand the whole East wasn't weak, but for the most part, it is weak. I mean, you have Boston and Detroit earlier, and that's when he wasn't winning. He went in and joined a super team, and the Boston aged. And then after that, it was Indiana and Chicago. Indiana, they're a bunch of chokers. I mean, they were a good team. They gave them battles, and LeBron showed his greatness. I'm not saying LeBron ain't great. I'm not going to talk too much about LeBron because I get tired of the same arguments. I'm not talking about GOAT. I'm not talking about anything. I'm going to talk about right now in games. But one thing on that is don't act like the East was a great conference. That, for the most part, was weak the last few years. Toronto, chokers. Indiana, chokers. Chicago didn't last long. I mean, again, Game 7s when he goes, he's great. Like, probably the best ever in Game 7s. I'm not going to lie there. But Indiana, I never was able to get it done. And they got scared. And Toronto they were just trash with DeMar DeRozan. They were trash in the playoffs. They saw LeBron and they crumbled. I mean, that just shows you LeBron's greatness, yes. But that also shows you they were chokers. I mean, last year, Game 1, Valanciunas had an easy layup, like 10 attempts, and he just missed it over and over again. That's how scared they are when they see LeBron. It wasn't anything other than they are chokers. And now that he's in a tougher conference, which has has the Warriors, Rockets, Nuggets, and all those other, the Thunder, the good teams, the tougher conference. You see what's happening. I mean, it's not like he has a trash team. It's a good defensive team with some scores. Obviously, Magic Johnson messed up as he always does and in free agency. He should have got some shooters around him at trade deadline. They could have had Wesley Matthews. They could have had a couple other players that would help. But when they lose to Memphis, I mean, that is on LeBron when he ain't playing defense. He jogs back. He don't play transition defense. Like when he was with the Heat, you saw all those blocks. That's when he was at his peak. That was my favorite LeBron. That's when I actually liked him. He pretty much just played basketball. Him and Wade were great together. Bosh was good. I mean, yeah, his numbers were down, but you can't put that on Bosh when he wasn't getting his shots. The same. I mean, he was a 24-10 guy. Bosh was a good player. Yes, he had less stats, but it's just the system he was in. Bosh was nice. But yes, I understand the East wasn't all weak, and LeBron had some great series. I'm just saying overall. So I understand your point, yes. But a lot of people around sports and stuff will say that the conference was weak. I'm not the only one, and I won't be the only one. But like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about LeBron. I have these arguments all the time. It gets old to me talking about LeBron. And all you see on sports shows is LeBron and a couple of the same stories. I don't like talking about the same stories. So that's it with LeBron. But now this year for LeBron, going to the playoffs, I think I agree with a report that came out saying that LeBron broke the chemistry when he was going hard at Anthony Davis and it didn't work out. Those players ain't playing right. And I don't see them winning. I don't even see them going to the playoffs. I mean, they can because they have LeBron and he's great, but they're losing to the Grizzlies and Pelicans. I mean, the Pelicans weren't even playing Anthony Davis and they lost. I might have been wrong. I said there's no way he's missing. I've been said that. I may have been wrong. I mean, we'll see. I mean, LeBron, he's going to get his stats, but will produce wins. We'll see. And then one topic I want to touch up on, my favorite player still, because I'm a Boston fan, and I loved watching IT and Boston. He was a great player. The only player on Boston that was actually good on offense. They had a good defense, but on offense, there's nobody that scored but IT. And if you haven't heard, he's been back since one game in All-Star break. He's had 2 games. Other than that, the second game back, he had 16 points in 16 minutes. Looked like IT. Not IT balling out in a player, but it looked like he got a shot back. I'm excited to see that. And then his third game back, he had just as many minutes as a starter there. Their starting point guard, Murray. And then another point guard had 22 minutes. IT did kind of suck with his shot, but that's showing he's progressing good, and he might actually come back this season and be that dominant, or not as dominant, but he may be good again. Honestly, if he keeps progressing and he can get a shot back, he can get a rhythm, he can get a good cohesion with his teammates, they can play well, there's no reason he shouldn't be starter. Murray, obviously, if he's only getting 24 minutes as the dude that's only been back 3 games, is letting IT get 24 minutes too and another point guard get 22, that means they have nobody that's really good. IT can steal that spot before playoffs. And how good IT is, if that team can play well with him, that is the team I can see beating the Warriors. Like I said before, anybody can be beat. And all season it's proven. I mean, playoffs is a different story, but I like IT. I also am rooting for him because he got done dirty by the Celtics. He got injured and they traded him, and it's kind of been a roller coaster ride for him, so it's not been good. So I'm kind of rooting for him. I want to see him win. But, I just want to say, yeah. And there's a game on tonight. Who is that against? And there's a game, Thunder and the Nuggets. I'm excited to see that. I'm definitely rooting for IT. I hope he gets at least 20 minutes again. I hope he shoots well. If he continues to play well, there's no excuse not to start him if Murray don't really get good stats anyways. IT is definitely better than him when he's healthy. He just has to play back into what IT was. But that's all I got for right now. I'm going to put out the video real quick about Robert Kraft, and I'm going to get back to these basketball games that are on tonight. See you next video.